Hello and welcome to RenegadeCon 2024 June Special Edition. We are taking a look at heroScape's Reveals Wave 2 and some Gen Con talk, which I don't know if I'll go through entirely because I won't be going to Gen Con. But then again, some of you might be going to Gen Con and you may not know the news. So anyway, we'll look at all of that. I've already watched this. This is not the first time I'm watching this. I was on the Tales of Valhalla podcast with Ryan and a bunch of special guests. So this is the second time rewatching it. So I've already, if you want to watch my first reactions, go check out Tales of Valhalla podcast videos where we talk about the heroScape reveals. We got Jordan Gata and Lee Hoof. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing either of those right because I pronounced all of heroScape wrong. Yeah, so there's some really great stuff coming out. Here, let me just maximize this. I don't know why I didn't have that maximized. But you can definitely see the awesome art in the bottom and top there of the Eisenecks, the Lich Lord, and the Wraith Riders. And of course, you got Kyrie, which have been... we already know that was going to come out. So now we know that the Lich Lord and the Wraith Riders are going to be coming out. Will there be other Eisenecks? No. But, alright, this is cool. If you order now, you'll get some special edition Renegade pin and I think stickers with your order. So, something I wish I got from Avalon at some point. I think the Avalon Hail logo is a little cooler. I don't know about you guys, but a giant R in blue is a little basic for me when it comes to logos, but Renegade is a really cool name. I'll take that. That's a really cool name.
Alright, let's do this.
Alrighty, so our first reveal today is the Revna's Rebuke Eerie Warriors Army expansion. I saw you guys were doing a
Revna's Rebuke. So does that mean it comes with a pamphlet talking about story and who Revna is?
Can you tell everyone what an army expansion is and what players will find in this con?
For sure. So, an army expansion is...
Oh, you know what? I'm also going to drink to that. Drink to that, Jordan. Yeah, absolutely.
...that contains a number of new figures of a...
I'm sorry. I'm covering Lee's face right now. I'm going to see if I can move that real quick.
So, in this expansion...
Here we go. Sorry, Lee, I was covering your face.
...with their own individual abilities, which offer new options when you're drafting your armies.
Nice, yeah, and speaking of themes, the Curie Warriors are one of my personal favorite types of figures from heroScape, so very excited for these. And for those who are watching...
This is actually a really good idea. There's a lot of Curie that was announced at the HasLab campaign, and doing a big pack like this is a great idea. And I do hope that they do continue doing the army expansions like this with the other characters.
Sure. So, there are 5.
Even though I really love the battle box concept, which I hope they do another battle box with characters. I think having a couple smaller starters like that is really ideal for getting more people introduced in the heroScape, especially at such a low point for $65. Yeah, Queen... Okay, some of these names I'm just gonna really butcher. Crayon? I don't know how... Queen Crayon. I don't know how...
Alright, so...
Okay.
First is Mielke.
Mielke.
The Curie of the forest tribes that are united under Ular's banner when the war on Valhalla...
It's a great figure. I really like that pose.
Charisma helped hold together the different factions, and because of that, they were able to form a single army. And she also helped train rogue hunters into battle-ready warriors.
This is the very first time we're seeing an Alar figure, which is really weird to see coming out of this yet.
She is able to heal a nearby ally with her Spear of Sankari.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool. I'm a big fan of mechanics that can damage and heal
This character is very aggressive. A double attack of 4, and the Spear Sankari, let's see, figure with 4 clear sight spaces, remove 1 wound marker from the chosen figure. Oh, so it heals based on damage. So it's almost like a vampire attack. Wait, what? Oh, but it's from a range. Huh.
Yes. So
Glenerva. Actually, I want to go back to that real quick. Just real quick here. Okay, when Mielke destroys a figure with a normal attack, you may choose a small or medium friendly figure within 4 clear sight spaces of Mielke. Remove 1 wound marker from the chosen figure. Mielke cannot heal herself with Spear, and it cannot be used when destroying a destructible object. Cool. So you're doing ranged healing when destroying figures. That's dope. That is dope.
With Hanli's Darkness,
Glenerva.
when that's activated by the X owner marker, she is shrouded by darkness, and with that, she is also able to shroud all small, medium, and large friendly figures within 5 spaces of her. And because of that, like with her ability to conceal herself from enemies,
She's got hide in darkness. Okay.
they're like a force to be reckoned with. Plus, she has flying.
But you have to reveal an X order marker for it.
I mean, she's amazing.
Glenerva and all small, medium, and large figures within 5 spaces. Dude, I do not want to deal with that. That is nuts.
So, Kilkrax has an incredibly imposing appearance and equally threatening abilities to match.
Why does she have gray wings in the card, but a lightish red color on the figure?
Depending on your die roll,
Why is this inconsistent?
adjacent spaces to Kilkrax. She also pairs nicely with Misrix from the Age of Annihilation Master Set.
Cool. Yeah, I really like the random factor of the die roll. I think that's going to introduce a lot of interesting gameplay situations.
Yeah, that's really neat.
Now, up next,
Just being able to teleport other figures is neat.
of this group, Queen Curion.
Curion.
Yeah, so similar.
I still like Queen Crayon.
Queen Curion has some stealth to her game. Her stealth flying ability and Heartfinder.
I'm gonna keep messing that up. You know what? Let's listen to that one more time. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Her stealth flying.
Interesting gameplay situations.
Okay, tell me again.
Now, up next, this one's really neat, is actually the leader of this group,
The leader,
Queen Curion.
Curion.
Yeah, so.
Curion.
similar to
Curion.
Queen Curion has some stealth to her
Curion.
game.
Curie?
Her stealth flying ability.
Curion.
Make her a
Okay.
lethal enemy. And with her, like if you have a
Stealth flying makes perfect sense. This is actually the coolest figure
she's able to
I've seen so far, next to the Lich Lord and the Wraith Riders. This is the coolest Kyrie ever. I think Vidar 33, you love this, right? You love this? Please tell me you love this. This is you gotta love this. This is great.
The noble warrior
Zaya Mara.
I
Zaya Mara.
pose, like love her stance, with her just like striking her arm up.
It's a great pose. Once again, both Ular poses are fantastic. I love that. And the way the wings look too on the figure, phenomenal paint job, by the way. Phenomenal.
Unfortunately, she's unable to use this ability on herself, but nonetheless, she is a great hero for support.
Yeah, this is definitely great for the Elf Pod. Definitely awesome for. I'm sorry, no, this is for Curies only. My apologies, not for Elf Pod. This is good for the Protectors of Ular and the one with the heart attack gun. Forgot his name.
Yes, so there's both the standard edition and premium painted edition.
Yeah, same price difference as the battle box.
Edition is priced at $45. It contains 5 fully assembled unpainted miniatures, and just like.
And I feel like this is kind of now thinking about this with the battle box being $65, comes with 6 figures and terrain and dice, you know, and this just comes with just figures. Feels kind of like
Premium battle box
you could have put something else in there. I don't know what, but
Have a premium quality
I feel like
appearance.
keeping the army expansions at like painted 45 and 25 for the unpainted would be
They're the same.
ideal.
Army cards are identical.
Obviously, it's not a reality currently, but I feel like if you're gonna have that $20 jump between painted and unpainted, and there's no extra terrain, there's no extra dices, like, so you're saying like in the battle box, this is how I'm reading it. You're saying the battle box, everything else is free, but the 6 figures, that's $65 for the painted figures. So in that point, why don't you just make everything a battle box? Why can't you put terrain in this box as well? Why can't you put dice and a manual? That doesn't make any sense to me. So just something to think about. Like I'm still gonna be paying for the paint. Like, they have me. It doesn't matter what they do. They have me. I'm gonna be paying. But I feel like based on what these boxes are priced, I feel like they should be shifting a little bit just to show us as the consumer there is a difference between the battle box price and the army expansion price. So that it's not like, okay, well, the battle box, because it comes with terrain and figures, it's $65 for painted. But the army expansions are a little bit cheaper because it doesn't come with terrain and dice and a manual and order markers and such, like the other accessories.
When the magic of the wellspring bridges the gap between worlds. So there's a bit of a mystery around the Eisnick, which will potentially be explored at some point in the future.
It should be today. Thank you. There should be some exploration of this right now. Thank you. I need to know more about the Eisenex. Thank you. Actually, we need more information about the Kiri, too. We actually need more information. Lore should be a focus of all of this, which is absolutely something I do miss from Avalon Hill. They were focusing a lot on story and gameplay. They were focusing on a lot of this different things. And based on, how all this is transferring over, because, Hasbro was taking the, Avalon Hills campaign, taking the bits and pieces from that, giving it to Renegade, like, all right, Renegade, you release everything. And that's all they're doing. They're just reboxing the Vanguard edition and then putting it out there, which is fine. But I think lore needs to be an absolute focus, because if you're going to sell the stuff, you need to give us more information than one sentence of bio information. I love this figure. This is a Lich Warlord. You know what's weird? I'm surprised he is a Warlord, because it's the Iron Lich. Lich should be the classification, not Warlord. I'm happy it's a Warlord, because then the Romans can bond with the Lich Lord, and then the Lich Lord can also bond with the Wraith Riders. I mean, obviously not all of them, but you could put like the 1 or 2 on the Romans, get them up front with the Lich, and then because of how fast the Wraith Riders are, you can have the 3 on the Iron Lich, have them bond with the Wraith Riders, and the Wraith Riders will chase up, and so this whole army is just going round 1. Yeah, so eventually when we get the Scatherith and the... Forgive me, please. Forgive me, Revna, for not remembering the giant tank engine that consumes all life. Yeah, so Lich can bond with literally every Eisenek thing. But it has to be unique. But everything right now is unique. So... based on one of the thumbnails, for this thumbnail, I guess, for this shorter video, but not for the longer video that I had posted, the Wraith Riders art goes way harder than any other art ever. And I would not be surprised that in the future, when I do have a house with Jill, I'll have that art in the back somewhere, because that goes so hard. I love that. The Wraith Riders go so hard. I feel more Mad Max with that. I don't know. I was watching Fury Road again and watching Furiosa, and I know it's more robot than human, but it's just the vibe of how weird the Lich Lord looks, the Iron Lich looks. It's like,
Yes. So
it just gives me like Mad Max vibes.
the standard edition will be $45, and it comes with 4 fully assembled, highly detailed.
And they can put as many adjectives in front of this stuff. It just doesn't make any sense that even at this price point, you're getting 4 figures, 2 cards, regardless if you painted or unpainted. It should not be the same price as getting 5 figures or 6 figures, and also 6 figures and terrain. It doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like just to show the consumer that there is a difference between the army expansions and the battle box, and this, like I said, I'm just going to keep repeating myself. They have technical difficulties here. Let me see if I can just skip along here till we get to the good stuff. Continue the good stuff. It just shouldn't be 65-45. It really should be 45-25. 45 being painted, 25 being unpainted. It may seem unrealistic to some people that are like feeling more realistic with like how things are being priced out. Like, oh, it's still way cheaper than Warhammer. Oh, it's still cheaper than this. Yeah, but I'm saying at a marketing point, you should show a difference between those price points of what an army expansion is and a battle box. The battle box comes with terrain. I will keep repeating myself. I don't care. It comes with terrain. It comes with dice. Comes with order markers. Comes with a bunch of cards, and it also comes with a bunch of figures. But then these army expansions are the same price, and it's like, well, they're highly detailed and they're highly this, and it's a large figure instead of a small figure. I'm like, okay, guess what though? It's still 4 figures, regardless of size, and it comes with 0 terrain, 0 dice. I think it should just come with dice. It comes with wound tokens. It comes with 3 wound tokens, because if you look on the actual shop page, it does come with 3 wound tokens, which isn't even enough because the Wraith Riders are 2 life each. But I can go into that debate at a later date.
In this box, players will find a new 24 hex tile sand.
Nice, that's great. And just
I will do this again.
Absolutely. So this screen
I didn't realize how dusty this old card is. Use this as a prop.
previous and
24 hex sand. Let's go! Let's go! I've been saying this for a long time in my head and nowhere else. That we needed a 24 hex sand tile. I love sand maps. I love desert maps. Look at that! Oh, mama. Lands of Valhalla, ladies and gentlemen. That, you can make any map with that. Anything you want to build, you can want to build with that. But oh, I love that. I know at some point I will get probably another one of these. Like, it's just it's amazing to be able to be in 2024 and know how broke I'm going to be in 2026. It's crazy. And at a $70 price point is incredible.
so much land.
It's incredible. I saw this box, and you can go back. I said it on stream with Ryan and the gang. I thought 150 easy, $100 or more easy. I thought this was gonna be. The train was they were gonna keep this price up. $70 is dirt cheap to compare to what I thought. And granted, I have a certain point of view of things that are much different. You could have saw that and thought, oh, this is going to be $50. And then you see 70 and go, oh, that's too much money. That's very fair. That happened with the HasLab. People were thinking, oh, I was going to pay $100 for all those figures. And now you're paying thousands of dollars more for all of it. Another debate, another day. 70 hex, sand hex 24s, 3 hex water tiles, ladies and gentlemen. We have evolved as being babyscape. We are an adultscape now. We have grown a pair of water tiles. out of this.
Want to incorporate more water into their map.
What is that? Five 3-hex water tiles. It comes with 35 single water tiles, I believe, and another 6 or 7 wellspring water tiles. Oh, bravo! Bravo! Yeah, 35 total water terrain tiles, 3 hex water tiles, which are, I think there's 5 of them, 6 wellspring water tiles for $30. Bravo! Bravo!
And available to pre-order now.
Oh, that sells the game for the rest of the day. Like, honestly, those 2 packs and the tree pack, all they really need to do at this point is have a Laura wall pack of just the terrain, and we're good. Easy money. You know, and that's another thing too. It's like it's if by chance, like, I have the Belgor walls from Wildland Creations, and I love them. I love them to death. I'm so glad that I bought those. And I'm really excited to check out the Laura walls as well. But they really need a Laura wall because this is gonna have the same problem as the Adventure Together guys from Source. The terrain system, excellent, bravo, awesome. But there's no line of sight blockers. You have to stack terrain to have line of sight blockers, and I think it's important for any terrain system to have a solid line of sight blockers. But Joe, what about the trees? Yes, I understand the trees, but you can't just have a map with trees. You got to have some kind of building structure. You know, some kind of ruins. I think it adds a lot to a map to have more than just a tree. But the trees help. The trees do help. Those are really good line of sight blockers. So if you just want terrain, you can spend $100 on 2 packs of the trees and the bushes. You get the $70 terrain pack, Lands of Valhalla, and then the water pack, and you're golden. You're solid. Like, this is all you really need for the rest of your life. And that you can use that for all sorts of different stuff. You can use that for the for Warhammer. You can use that for BattleTech. You could use that for D&D, heroScape Adventure, like whatever game modes. You can play for Monopoly on that, which is something I'd like to try one time. Play other Hasbro games on their heroScape tiles. Let's play Risk. Let's play Robo Rally. Let's go play games on the heroScape tiles. So a lot of this other stuff I have no experience in, and I don't understand any of it. So this might be extremely boring for me. Oh, and if I might say, real quick, sorry. The battle box comes with the Wellspring water, and we just saw more Wellspring water. What's shown on the box for the Wellspring water and how it's like kind of like that shiny gleam, whatever, that looks awesome. I love that. I really, really love that. But I want to go back to that water box. That's not the same thing. That's not that. By the way, I don't know. I think I have to go back in the other video. Yeah, I gotta go back to the other video. Eventually, when you go to the battle box video, the unboxing video, look at that, the terrain for the Wellspring water. Just take a look at that. Get real close. See if it looks like, where is it? Where's the screenshot? There. If it looks like that. Just let me know if you think. Does it look like that or not? I don't know. I can't. It's hard to tell. But I won't know until I have it in my hand or I see it at Gen Con, EscapeCon, because I'm sure people will be having it then. Because they're doing some sort of thing where people can pick it up at EscapeCon, they can pick it up at Gen Con, so people will have it. I just don't think I'll get it in time, but that's fine.
Awesome. That sounds good. And then what other events do we have at Gen Con?
So then we also have some pre-made events. We'll be hosting pre-made events where you'll be able to bring your own army to compete against others. All participants in that event will actually get a exclusive heroScape t-shirt with brand new heroScape.
Yo, that's pretty cool. That's a really neat t-shirt.
This should be on the screen now, so it's the original artwork.
And, this is really, really cool. One thing I did not realize, because they do show something else, and I'm realizing it more now than before. That is Raylan unmounted. Is it possible that we could get a Raylan out unmounted at some point? That would be kind of cool. Like, I don't remember exactly what her price point is, if it's like 120 or like 150 or something for like her and the tiger, flying tiger thing. But I think it'd be really cool to be able to have that option to be like, hey, here's a Raylan unmounted for less price point. Because I think the ability, no, actually, the tiger doesn't have a special power. It just has flying because she can also fly. Her being a double base figure is a strategic point, a strategic decision, because she can inflict. She has more range around her at a range of 1 to inflict her Twisted Blade special power. So, but at a shorter point, it'd be kind of cool to just have her, cheaper point. She could only affect 7 opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 8 or so characters around. Be really, really interesting to see if they ever do that. I'm crossing my fingers on that one. Like, I'll clip in the chat, to see if I'm not live right now. If they'll ever release a Raylan unmounted.
Exclusive to the event. The shirt actually acts as a ticket to free entry into our next event I'll talk about, the 20th anniversary celebration. All participants of pre-made events will also receive the Shiori promo figure.
Cool. I don't know when I'll ever receive the Shuri, and I'm not too excited for Shuri. Shuri is not one of my favorite characters. I'm more excited for Q11 and Sonlin, to be honest. But at some point, I will attend one of these events in my local area or with the Mars group, Massachusetts group, or whichever. I will get the Shuri figure, but I'm not like in a rush to be like, oh, I need this. Okay, why haven't they talked about what these events are? They're just saying that there's events. But what does it mean by you can bring your own army? What's the format? Do they know what a format is? Have they looked at, like, is it going to be 500-point armies and you have to follow the rules and it's, you gotta draft armies? Like, what is it? What are we doing here? Like, is it 500 points? It's 16 figures? Like, what are the maps? Like, this is where this information right now would be really useful. Like, hey, we're going to be using the communities maps, tournament maps, and we'll be using this, and this map for the tournament, and you get to bring, 370 points worth of figures, and you could use only figures from this amount of stuff. Like, more information, please.
Until now, you get to compete against the best of the best. Like I said, it starts on Saturday.
I mean, honestly, you will be playing against the best of the best. The hardcore fans, the hardcore tournament fans are going to this Gen Con event.
Random prizes will include premium painted Age of Annihilation master sets, and all players for this event will also receive the premium painted Shiori miniature.
You know what I want? I want that pin. I want the heroScape pin from Gen Con from last year. I want that. I never got one of those. I'd like one of those, please. I'd like that very much.
Miniature that was used as the paint master to start the production process, and we also have a few other things we'll give away.
Oh, the paint masters. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, man, that's going to be a really fun night. And the paint masters especially, that's going to be fantastic. So yeah, I'm just
Those should be like 1 in a million type of thing. Like that should be a very delicate item.
Because that's a lot of what you and I do every day, but it's also fantastic. Gen Con's great. I love Gen Con.
Okay.
there's
Okay.
a bit of bias there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
And speaking of really awesome heroScape things at Gen Con, this one is by far one of the things I'm most excited about. If you ever wanted to stand toe-to-toe with Raylan or Leviatok and look them square in the eyes, you can actually do that at our booth.
Yeah,
So we work with some pretty talented artists to design these life-size statues
that's dope.
of Raylan and Leviatok. Here's a sneak peek on the screen. I'm looking at them now. Man,
And this is what I was saying earlier. I'm like, I saw this on the live stream, And I'm like, are they gonna release a Raylan without an unmounted Raylan? Like, this is proof that they have that model. They have that 3D print. Like, they, obviously this was life size, but like they could easily make that a promo figure or add that to another Kiri box or something. Like, that would be dope. Like, I love that model. That looks great.
Check them out on our booth. And one more thing to talk about. So we are also hosting a sneak preview event, which has actually already sold out to 60 lucky fans who will be the first in the world to see a preview presentation of what's to come for heroScape in 2025. So I saw a lot of speculation in the chat. Are there going to be more waves? Yes, we are currently planned out through 2025 going into 2026.
And I assume that entire plan of 2025 into 2026 will be just AOA stuff. And I'm curious to know if those 60 hardcore fans, that clearly is not me, will they be signing an NDA? And will it just be we all get that information anyway? They might see it in person, but we all will get to know what that information is. I'm generally curious to know if that will be the case or not. I hope that's the case, because I'd hate to have. There's no way in Utgar or there's no way in Valhalla that information is staying with 60 people. There is no way that information is staying with 60 people. So we will be getting some exclusive information which will not be exclusive information for long.
Not able to make it out with us, don't worry. We will have events coming to local game stores starting in September. So speaking of, Trevor, can you tell everyone how to join the action with their favorite local game store?
Sure. The first event we have planned is the heroScape launch tournaments. You can play in these tournaments at participating local game stores.
And what kind of tournaments are they, Trevor? Trevor, what kind of tournaments are these? Yes, you'll be getting a Shuri miniature, yes, when you participate in the event. But what is the event, please? What do I need to do to be prepared for this event in September?
Some awesome abilities. Her Phantom Walk ability allows her to move through all figures, and she can't be attacked when leaving engagements. Her Ninjutsu Mastery special attack and her Kiru abilities allow her to strike hard and move fast. She's a really cool miniature. I can't wait to have one.
I'm excited to look at that miniature because I'm curious to see how her legs are attached.
I remember when we first took a look at it, Andy was like, wait, there's 3 Shioris? No, she's just moving super fast. So yeah, it's a really cool design.
It's really cool.
Yeah, so this way, guys, if you can't make it out to Gen Con, there's no need to stress about it. You can still get your hands on a Shiori figure, so be sure to sign up for one of these launch tournaments that'll be coming in September. Trevor, do we have any other OP events coming up this year?
Sure, it's fun to announce that we're celebrating heroScape Day this October with a special event kit and a new premium painted miniature. Your friendly local game store will be able to order this kit and help celebrate heroScape Day in their store.
Oh, okay, that's the information I was not received. Okay, so for heroScape Day, we'll be getting Cornelius Breach. Okay.
Prince will be the next exciting promo miniature after Shiori. His first ability can do some serious damage if you're crafty enough to use it well. His mutiny ability is also super powerful. If Cornelius becomes captain through this power, he can remove all of his wounds.
Yeah, Cornelius is awesome. I know there's been a lot of speculation about who's going to be the promo figure for heroScape Day, so here you go. Really excited to see him on the battlefield. He's a really cool character.
Yeah, I saw some people guessing over time on the Discord, and I didn't see anybody guess it right, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, probably no one would ever guess it because it wasn't something that people would want right away. I don't know if anyone's favorite character is Cornelius' Breach, but if it is, please let me know in the description below if your favorite character is Cornelius Breach, and you're like, no way! Like, I don't want to come off being a jerk about it, but he's a really awesome character. We don't have any Dementors in the game, which is neat. Like, this is a really cool. I do really love Cornelius Breach's art style. The yellow looks weird, but everything else is dope.
They're never exclusive. And make sure to encourage your local game store to get in on the action and order their heroScape Day kit for October. They can use it
Yeah, I need to go out to a store near me and find out. I just been so busy with life things.
Trevor, can you remind everyone?
All right, Battle Network, cool logo. Love the logo.
This takes up a lot of my day. I love working on this. I'm very excited what we're going to be able to have for players. The Battle Network is essentially a dedicated heroScape organized play website, which will serve as a community hub.
Yeah, I'll drink to that. Drink the Jordan. Drink the Jordan.
It will contain comprehensive tournament software. We've got a few first look screenshots from the beta to show off some of the various features.
All right, let's see the features. I don't remember all the features. Could you please remind me of what the features were?
Network is event hosting. This makes it so players can find any and all heroScape events.
All right, pretty solid website design. Cool, love it. Wait a minute, website design. Will this also be an app? Is this part of a heroScape app? Or will I just have to go to the heroScape.com website and then click on the tab for this particular website?
Battle Network minions behind the scenes will take a couple of days to review an event organizer application and make sure they're legitimate. But once that's done, you're all set to list and host your own events as an event organizer. Anyone who runs events knows how important it is to have intuitive tournament software. You don't need to juggle multiple programs to run heroScape events. It's all included in this one stop. You can run the tournament software.
I don't think this will destroy heroScape.org. HeroScape.org is going to be, I think, going to have a lot more information in the long run and will become more advanced over time. I am sure of that. Chris Perkins is fantastic at working at heroScape.org. I made an entire video talking about it. Please go check that video in the description below of me talking about heroScape.org. But the Battle Network is completely different. This is Renegade created for organizing events, building armies, and such.
Feats to augment and personalize your profile. So, for example, you could get the founder title by playing in a launch tournament after they kick off in September. So, make sure that you sign up for those. And you'll also be able to do things like earn achievements and participation points based on your feats and events. So,
My only issue,
boost your accomplishments and experience.
I shouldn't say that. You know, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that.
Mainly your future opponents as you head into your next tournament. Plus, you can earn cosmetic upgrades to your profile, such as avatars that really personalize and kit out your profile and make it unique to your own preferences. So I think we've got some examples of the avatars on screen here. Namely, Trevor, what if I wanted to get a Shiori avatar? Are some of these exclusive, or can I just get them whenever?
Yeah, some of the cosmetic features for player profiles will be time limited or event limited. For example, if you want to get a story
I don't like that.
you will need to play in a launch tournament.
I don't like that. Don't. That's like an NFT. Don't make me work for a picture profile.
Battle Network has really
This is not 2005. All right. This is not me playing a Facebook game and getting something, or playing MySpace game to get something from my profile. This is not Xbox 360 buying an avatar hat for my avatar.
might be up against your next event.
That's really cool. Yeah, the player rankings are great, and it's just a level of detail that you don't have to.
It's personal preference. It's showing what your favorite character is, or what character or Valkyrie general that you enjoy supporting. Don't make me fight for it. Like if I wanted to have the Bach Bernard, don't make me jump 30 hurdles to get it. Like that's not.
One more feature.
It's a profile picture showing off your profile of who you are on this website. Don't make me jump these hurdles to go join these events for these like come on, man. There's just. Let me know if you guys think any different about that. That's just how I feel.
Always plan and reference.
You know, and I guess they're trying to find other ways to get people to come to these events other than figures. Because I know they have to be competing against the community run events that are currently running now. They need to compete against that. It's going to be really hard to try to push people to their platform opposed to Chris Perkins's .org platform. So, hey Chris, here's some notes. Give us a Negox and all the OG classic profile pictures on the website.
launch events.
That'll keep everybody going and not make them time limited.
Stay tuned for more news.
Because what one thing that they don't have here is maps. How are you going to decide what maps? If as a tournament organizer, how are you going to know what maps you're going to run?
Don't forget to sign up for your first heroScape organized play event in Game Stores launch tournament. They'll be happening all throughout September.
And you guys been planning the launch tournament for a long time, and I hate attacking. I am sorry. I want to feel like I'm attacking Renegade here, but it's just like, give us more information other than that. There are launch events. Tell me what the launch event is. Give me the information of like, okay, like Gen Con is coming up in like a few weeks now. Why don't you know and can't tell us how you're running these events? You're saying you can bring pre-made armies. Okay, well, what are the pre-made armies? Like, what do you mean? Like, how am I constructing armies right now?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to August. A lot of really exciting stuff coming up. Alrighty, well, thank you for running us through all of that, Trevor. I think that's going to be a wrap for our stream today.
Okay.
I hope everyone had a good time with us.
Yeah, just to get through some other things here.
We could come back and finish presenting all of this awesome stuff. Hope everyone's looking forward to August and October. But before we close it out, I have a few final notes and reminders for everyone.
Okay.
First, Wave 1 is coming this August.
Yes.
You're waiting to pick up at your local game store. The street date for release is August 29th. If you
Ooh.
order from the web store, you may receive your copy in the mail a bit earlier than that within the first few weeks of August.
Okay.
If you pre-order Gen Con pickup, you'll still be able to pick up your copy at Gen Con as planned.
Okay, which is the first week of July. First week of August.
Wave 2 items announced today will be available this October.
Okay.
You can head over to heroScape.com to pre-order all of Wave 1 and Wave 2 items now, but public service announcement, do not bundle your shipments. If you do, you will be waiting on your August releases until October, since the web store will wait to ship everything together, essentially, to give the best possible shipping price. So be aware of that. And once again, don't forget to go to your favorite local game store and tell them to sign up for the launch tournaments starting in September.
Okay.
And heroScape Day tournaments that will be starting in October.
So it's interesting. I guess they can't put an exact date on for the shipping because shipping is always so different. So crossing my fingers that I'll get it as soon as I get back from ScapeCon. It will be coming to, where I'm currently living here, and not anywhere else. So I'm hoping that when I get back from ScapeCon that I will have the Age of Annihilation so I can do an unboxing and a review of the products inside those boxes. Once again, I do not like doing unboxing videos, but I think this is a special case to do. This is, I think, will be a very emotional time for all of us. So I feel like that's something I have to record. Awesome. Wave 3 will be coming in October. Cool. All right. Awesome. Good. Yeah, all done with that. Awesome. Yeah. So let me know in the description what you think. This was the first of many videos that we'll be releasing. So tune in next time to see the next one, or if you're in the longer video, I'll see you in a few seconds. Thank you so much for watching, regardless if you're watching the very long video or the short individual videos. I really do appreciate. Let me know in the comments below which video you found to be your favorite. This is so awesome that Wave 2 of heroScape will be coming in October. Please use my affiliate link, which will be in the description below. You can order Wave 2 now. You can also order Wave 1 now. But just like Jordan Gata said, do not bundle them. Because if you bundle them, you will get Wave 1 and 2 both in October, which is a no-no. You want it now in August, Wave 1. And of course, Wave 2 will be in October. So please use my affiliate link in the description. And don't forget, I'm not crazy. I'm Joe Crazy.